Also, if you're using an online site, repost your resume every 14 days. Otherwise, it falls to the bottom of the database and you can get lost in the mix. She also says to maximize all resources possible, and I wanted to share a personal story with you guys. We're going to turn back the clock to 1980, Beaumont, Texas, where I was born. My dad, who is also a broadcaster, was an anchor, just like you, Dan, and he really wanted to move our family to Denver. Okay. So every month, he would send a postcard to that news director, basically keeping his name out there, and I dug up some of the postcards from the attic. I'm going to show you this if we can zoom in. This is one of them. It says, "I've had a lot of things on my mind lately. Please get me out of here. Help me please, Jack." Got another one here. It's got a nice flower on the front. It says, "I've been thinking of you. The walls are closing in, Jack." And then the last one that he sent, I think this one got him the job. It says, "Just a little note to say," it's got a chipmunk on it, "if you don't hire me, I'll show up at your house on Christmas Day wearing nothing but my socks, Jack."
In Denver, that would be quite a risk.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously these are not real, but the story is real. He did send those postcards and, you know, maximize all resources possible. Because I asked Terry, I said, is this kind of method outdated with the internet? She says, no. You know, do whatever you can to get that job.
It's all about connections.
Yeah, well, and it makes you stand out, too.
Right.
Makes you stand out from hundreds of other applicants.
A lot of competition out there.
Don't try to expense those cards, whatever you do. Okay?
I won't.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff.
Thanks. If you're looking for a job, one of the best things you can do is Google yourself. Do a lot of research on yourself. See what's out there written about you, because a potential employer is likely to do the same, especially if you're in a high-profile position. So I took her advice. I Googled myself. Hundreds of news stories came up, and of course my News 10 bio, but also something else that kind of surprised me. There's a mistake about me listed on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. It shows my bio and my role from last year, where I played a news anchor on Breaking Bad, the season 3 premiere. That's accurate. But it also has me mixed up with another Jeff Maher, who was an actor in an adult film where he played the character.
Sure, it's a mix-up. Sure.
He played the character of someone named Trigger Tommy.
Oh, wow.
The storyline for that movie, by the way, a lonely guy meets up with a prostitute in a motel room with whom his best friend has set him up. I'm not going to go further into it. I'm not going to name the title either because it would offend our viewers, but I can assure you that I was not in that movie.
But how do you assure a future employer?
How do you? I know, because they could just Google Jeff Maher and IMDb comes up. Oh, he was in Breaking Bad. Oh, and he was also in this other, you know, adult film.
You sure did a lot of research on that, didn't you, Jeff?
Yeah, I did. Now I have to find a way to get it erased.
You know what? The LinkedIn comment is kind of interesting too. I think it was Jon Stewart recently. He thought all LinkedIn was a way to load up your mailbox with unnecessary messages, because you're always getting those notifications so-and-so wants to link in with you, but it truly does serve a purpose.
It can really help the unemployed get a leg up. I personally haven't really used it that much. I too get a lot of messages from people who want to connect to me, and honestly it could be people who are trying to get into my field to try to get connected with me. I can see how it can play as an advantage to them.
Absolutely.
Tommy Trigger, thank you so much. Jeff Maher, thank you so much for that report.